We don't want them here.
Why? They're your brothers
They're not our
and
brothers.
sisters.
They're not our brothers.
They
If
are.
you were born in America and have lived there for 300 years, you're no longer African. Those are Americans. We don't need them.
We don't need
They
them
were
to develop.
taken away, unfortunately, but they are Americans. We will develop by ourselves. Yeah, we have the capacity, we have the will, we have the resolve. We don't need them. No.
I totally agree with you. Like,
Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider.
As a matter of fact, you don't have the Negro blood at all.
Let's start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, for teaching us his truth according to the Bible and rule well. I know Shalom, all the sincere Akim, so the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth through diligence and sincerity. And I know Shalom, all right, to all you sincere followers, believers of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, you men, women, and children, not just hearers of the word, but doers as well. All right, the hopeful elect. In these last days, Shalom. All right, and you a lot of you Jakes, man, you so-called blacks, right, so-called Negroes, so-called African Americans, really think that you go back to Africa, man, and you think that you're African, right? Well, that's why I brought out Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider. What are they not considering? That they're the people of the Lord. Right? They'd rather be like a filthy heathen. They'd rather be a heathen. They'd rather be, not part of the chosen. They'd rather be African. They'd rather stay black and die. Well, these other nations know who they are. They, like this guy just said, like this Hamite just said, there's no Negro blood in them. There's no black blood in them, man. They know who they are. They know that there's no simulation with so-called black people except for the skin color. Right? Let's play it again.
As a matter of fact, you don't have the Negro blood at all.
Everyone's looking at him crazy because of who? This devil, man. This devil has changed things upside down to where people are thinking that there's something that they're not. That's why Scripture tells us, search our fathers, man. Search our past, search who we are, so we know what to do and what not to do, man. Who to follow, who not to follow. And this truth has been going out throughout the four corners of the earth. And if you're still calling yourself, if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you're calling yourself a proverb and a byword by calling yourselves Native American, Cherokee, right? Seminole, Choctaw, you calling yourself Blackfoot, you calling yourself Haitian, or are you calling yourself Cuban? You're an idiot, man. You are effing idiot, man. Let me stay focused. I'm getting pissed off, man. Let's go to the scripture. This is Exodus 11 and 7. It says, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that the Lord doeth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Now, one might ask, what is that difference that the Lord put between the children of Israel and the Hamites, the Egyptians, the Cushites, all the Hamites. What's that difference that the Lord put between us? It's fine. Let's get a scripture. It's Exodus 11:7. The midwives said to Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them. So the point of that precept was that Israel is lively, right? The women and the men. The men first and foremost, right? But we are a lively people, man. We're not all docile, right? The Lord got his spirit within us, man. And if you're calling yourself something other than your royal name, then you're a fool, man. You're a blockhead. You're a meatball. You're a nincompoop, dunce, jackass. And you're on the side of Satan, man. You're on the side of Satan, man. Black people talking about they African American. But what does Scripture say in Galatians? Let's get that real fast. You know, you got Jake walking around with the African, chain on, and thinking they're being, think they're doing something. That's not even the homeland. What is that? Galatians. Let's get that real fast. Galatians 4:26 says, but Jerusalem, which is a people before it's a place, right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you Israelites. And if you don't want to accept that name, you're gonna learn it the hard way. Just like Esau, Edom beat it out of you, well, the Lord's gonna beat it back into you, man. All right. Through Jacob's trouble, martial law, famines, pestilence, diseases, famine, death, destruction, woe, and ultimately those ICBM missiles. Right? One way or the other, the Lord's going to beat it back into you, man. It says, Galatians 4:26, but Jerusalem, right, which is above is free, which is the mother of us all. See, we all come from Jerusalem, man. Right? Jerusalem is the homeland, not Africa. Right? And for you spics, it ain't Spain. It ain't Spain. Unless you go back to a Spaniard, then you're a heathen. You're an Edomite. And you go into slavery according to the Bible. Right? See, people will come to realize, especially you Israelites, right? It's nothing. You're going to be glad you wasn't a heathen, man. There's nothing to be happy about, being something that you're not, man. But the point of that precept is that what? Jerusalem, right? Israel is the homeland. And here it is, you got two dogs fighting over it. The Jewish people, right? Those Khazars, the so-called white man, right? And the Palestinians, right? You got Ishmael and them fighting over that land, but don't even belong to them. Why are they fighting over that land? Because that land is holy. That land is separate. And the Lord's going to put us back in that land soon come. But let's get back to the lesson. Let's grab one more. Let's see here. Oh, on a side thought, when you read Babylon and Timbuktu, turn to page 84. And it'll tell you, all right, from your scholars, that the so-called black man and the so-called African man, Hamite, right, are two different nations, two different people. You have a black cat, you have a black dog. Just because they're black don't mean they're the same people, the same animal. You see? Let's go to let's go to Amos. And then man, I mean, it's just so many points Let's go to Amos. A lot of you African Americans, right, are Christian. And you believe in God. But you believe in that you're African. Well, the Lord destroyed the Hamites. He destroyed Pharaoh. Right? Who you think the Lord was delivering when you read these stories? It was you blockheads, man. It was you blockhead Israelites, man. This is Amos 9:7. It says, Are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel, saith the Lord? Have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Capator, and the Syrians from Kir? All right. So the Lord brought us up out of Egypt, man, out of that bondage, that hardcore slavery, from amongst those Hamites, man. Because who was catching pure hell? Who was catching pure hell? Okay. You so-called blacks, you so-called Negroes, right? You Haitians, you West Indians have nothing to do with Africa, man. You know? You was chased up out of the homeland around 69, 70 AD and fled into Africa and dwelt there. But that's not where you're from, and that's not who you are. Okay? You can go to China, move to China, and have a family, right? And have you know, children and stuff like that. That doesn't make you a Moabite. It doesn't make you a so-called Chinese person. You're still who you are, right? Just because you dwell in the land don't make you that land. You see? But this is a quick lesson. You know, Lord was edifying. You know, these nations realize who they are. Why can't you Israelites figure it out, man? The word is out. There's no excuse. Till next time I say shalom.